And so far, we are seeing that the Marvel comic book universe with superheroes like Iron Man and Spider-Man, it does have the upper hand over DC Comics, which features Batman and Superman. The Avengers and other films based on Marvel comic books have generated 47% more in domestic box office sales on average than DC Comics movies. That's according to data compiled by Paul Sweeney. He's the media analyst here at Bloomberg Industries. The 28 Marvel films dating back to 1998, they've grossed $190 million on average in the U.S. The 23 DC Comics movies stretch all the way back to 1978 and the first Superman, and they've grossed $129 million on average. We should point out, though, it may not exactly be a fair fight because we have seen ticket prices tripling since 1980, so that means more recent films have more Hulk-sized dollar figures, you could say. The Avengers, that's a 2012 movie featuring Iron Man, Captain America, and the Hulk. It was the highest grossing film for either comic book brand with $1.5 billion in global receipts, and the film also had the biggest U.S. opening weekend of any film ever, Betty.
Why have one superhero when you can have several of them in the same movie?
Exactly.
Okay. Man of Steel, is that going to be a big... what's the impact of Man of Steel on Warner Brothers and then Time Warner, which owns the studio?
It's very important. Now, BoxOffice.com projects the movie could make $115 million in sales in the U.S. and Canada during its opening weekend. So big weekend here. And analysts say Time Warner is relying on the rebooted Superman franchises and potentially other DC Comics movies down the line to fill the hole that is left by Harry Potter. Big hole. But one problem may be that Man of Steel is the only DC Comics film that's currently slated for release, while Marvel has lots of them coming out. Now, I talked to David Bank. He's an analyst at RBC who covers media. He says Disney has actually done a better job of mining the Marvel comic book universe, relying not only on the well-known characters like a Spider-Man, but also building up Captain America, Thor, X-Men into what he calls tent poles, and we're seeing a lot more Marvel movies slated to come out. And again,
I have to say, my 9-year-old kid didn't know Superman, so they know Iron Man, they know Spider-Man.